We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. Americans want this kind of country. Americans want this kind of world. And we stand ready to defend it, to protect us. So help us God.
Say bye to America. Praise lies, stay quiet or they'll bury ya. Hate crimes, AIs in your area. Hey, say bye to America. No, we won't bow, we say fuck you. No, we won't bow, we say fuck you. All they want's power, but we won't let them win. The land of the free, the home of the brave. We just declared our independence, now we're openly slaves. All these corporations tell us how we're supposed to behave. They just smile in our face while they're digging our graves. You know the evil is intricate, everybody's missing it. Fuck the citizens, let's give the jobs to all the immigrants. Not the legal ones, the criminals who in to twist this shit. Speak against it, then you're racist and a hypocrite. Demonic fucks in the government and the industry, pulling strings, all of us hypnotized by the symphony. Fucking up our future and hiding all of our history. Separating families and sending kids to the infantry. Control the people with biological weapons. Profit off a prescription, incentivizing depression. They're burning down cities with lasers straight from the heavens. Population control is in full effect for you peasants. It's a bad dream, bad dream. Go and get your vaccines. Blood clots filling up your veins, now you can't breathe. COVID's just a test run, what's the plan B? It sounded like a genocide if you ask me. The lies surfacing now and they're all appalling. Just open up your eyes, I swear the truth will make you nauseous. They'll stage a suicide and blow your brains out for talking. But I'ma speak truth until my coffin. The people are exhausted. Say bye to America. Praise lies, stay quiet or they'll bury ya. Hate crimes, AIs in your area. Hey, say bye to America. No, we won't bow, we say fuck you. No, we won't bow, we say fuck you. All they want's power, but we won't let them win. They're printing dollars every day, we can't avoid it now. Inflation stealing all your wealth, you can't afford a house. We trade our life for this money and they just tore it down. Then lay us off for cheap labor at the border. Wow. The true agenda's just divide and control. It ain't no wonder why they want us stuck inside of our homes. They need us deprived and alone, despising our own, so they can push another narrative like climate control. It's a chess move, just so they can tell us how to live. Go buy electric cars so we can shut down the grid. You've hit your monthly limit for steaks allowed in the fridge. So feed this fake meat from Bill Gates to your kid. Shit is more than deceitful, it's pure demonic and evil. Adrenochrome in the blood, they don't look at us like we're equals. Euthanasia with needles, policies proven lethal. Corner the food supply so there's nothing healthy to feed you. Hope you like eating beetles, you peasants, that's what you got now. Cooking up disease X, here comes another lockdown. Don't leave your house unless your last name is Rothschild. This the world that we living in is hostile. Say bye to America. Praise lies, stay quiet or they'll bury ya. Hate crimes, AIs in your area. Hey, say bye to America. No, we won't bow, we say fuck you. No, we won't bow, we say fuck you. All they want's power, but we won't let them win.
What up, folks? How's everybody doing? Peg Watson's wild claims. Oh, I couldn't. Come on. He's claiming that he's part of the Aryan Brotherhood from Arizona? Bro, I mean, I'm not, but I'm telling you right now, he ain't either. Oh, that's fucking wild. Oh, bro. And yeah, my birthday's on December 2nd. Not one tattoo. Unclean Hands, what up? Concerned Citizen, what up? Bear. Twyla, I saw Twyla, I think. Yep, Twyla. Dismain, what up? Channel members, howdy. Yeah, he's gonna be somebody's bitch when he goes in there. That's like all the trolls that I get that talk shit. Like Wes Twatson is that guy that you're talking shit about. That's the dude that his hustle in prison is washing people. He's the laundry man. You might be able to buy 3 cigarettes from him for a soup. You might be able to buy some shots of coffee. That's what this motherfucker does in prison. You could buy shots of coffee from Wes. You need a paper? You need some dope? That crackhead's got it over there. Oh my God. Anybody that's done time in Arizona, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking. That's him. Wes Watson's the guy that's like, hey bro, I'll give you a bag of keefy on store day if you wash my boxers and my socks for the week, for the rest of the week. Oh, really? What about like a dime? What about like a 50 paper, bro? Can I get like a 50 paper? Like, come on, man. All right. Red Kiss. No, he's not. 100% he's not. Oh, that's funny though. Surrounded by men. Nah, that dude's not about nothing. Hey, let me tell you some shit. If he was, like, I'd be putting myself in a little bit of jeopardy talking shit about the dude up here. Let's just put it like that. If that dude was actually about anything, I would 100% be putting myself in some jeopardy being in Arizona and having the past that I do, talking shit about this motherfucker. I promise you, that dude is nobody. He's a lame poop dick bitch made punk. That's what he is. And we're gonna watch the Island Boy. The Island Boys fucking punked this dude. I don't even think they were intentionally doing it because they're a bunch of little bitches too, little weird, incestuous fucking. I don't even know what to call them, but that's not the point today. This stream, those dudes are a non-factor. I don't even think that those cats, if they hit a yard in Arizona like the Island Boys, they would they wouldn't be on the yard. Let's just put it like that. They wouldn't be on the yard. They wouldn't make it very long. They're gonna get extorted. Don't think Florida. No, there's only a few states that actually separate by race. Arizona used to be one of them. They got sued when I was leaving. When I was getting out, they got hit with a federal lawsuit about the segregation shit. So they tried to change it. I don't know if it worked. I ain't been there in a while, and I don't talk to nobody that's in there. So I don't know how that went. Basically, all they got to do is promise a bunch of dudes in SMU, hey, we'll let you out of SMU if you promise to keep everything cool, but you got to go along with this racial integration shit. And they're probably all over it. Nobody likes being slammed down in a special management unit. Phoenix is... What do you mean Phoenix is segregated? What does that even mean? Alhambra? Alhambra is the only prison in... Are we talking about prison or jail? Alhambra is the only prison in Phoenix. You don't want to join the prison genre? Fuck no. Damn, what'd you get timed out for? Somebody timed your ass out, I guess. Oh well. On YouTube? Nah, bro. No, I draw from my experiences and talk about them occasionally. I don't want to turn it into like an everyday thing. I don't want to relive that every day because prison fucking sucked. Prison sucked. None of you even have any. Well, most of you have no concept of what it is to wake up every day and live year after year after year on in a constant state of anxiety and tension and ready to be violent at any moment. Okay, that's a frame of mind and a way of living. None of you even have any. You don't have a reference point to draw from to even understand what the fuck I'm talking about, unless you've been to like another country in a war zone or something. I guess that's kind of similar, but that's probably worse. So that's not even really the same. It's different when you're locked in with everybody and we all have the same color on and there's no guns and it's just somebody's either going to crush your skull in or stab you. And you know what I mean? And a lot of it depends on how much money you owe, what kind of shit you say, how small you are, how easy you are to take advantage of, not weird stuff like extort you and shit. That's what happens in Arizona prisons. And I don't want to talk about that kind of shit every single day. I don't want to relive the anxiety and the stress of that. Every time the door opens, every time you go out to wreck, you people have no idea. You have to be ready to do fucking war at any moment. You have zero concept of what I'm talking about. Not just like shooting at motherfucker. Right here, person to person, it's very personal. You have zero idea of some of you have zero idea. There are people in here that you've been to prison. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's why I haven't done the whole prison genre. I watch some of the dudes. I mean, you can tell there are some channels that reminisce, like they fucking miss it or something, and I don't like. But there are other channels that use their experiences to give good information to people, I think, and they're worth watching. Can't move forward looking back. Sure can't. Yeah, I don't want to relive that shit all the time, bro. We could talk about it occasionally and then move on to making fun of Wes Twatson for claiming he's about something, bro. I smacked the taste out of that dude's mouth. The little 5'8" motherfucker, bro. Are you kidding me? Don't be mistaken by the bulk. That doesn't mean anything. For those of you who are like, oh, well, look at the size of... Bro, that doesn't mean anything. I've seen dudes bigger than that get dropped on their face by little guys that actually knew how to chuck them. So that doesn't mean nothing. Wes Twatson, bro. Oh my God. He got super rich and famous scamming people. What up, Candace? Yeah, sit at the wrong fucking table and see what happens in prison, especially in Arizona. He's not 6'2". I'm 6'2". He's 5'8". Yeah, sit at the wrong table. Have the cops come back into the table. See, that's another thing. Cops can't even come into the table. I originally got an assault on staff that got dropped to an obstructing staff after arguing with the prison for a while because I didn't actually assault anybody. For those of you that know, you know, I was at the phase in prison where it was my responsibility to get up and make that bitch get the fuck out or make her get out. You guys have no idea. You think the cops are in charge. No. You need to leave our table before I fucking hurt you. Then they tried to charge me with assault on staff or assault on a corrections officer. Because when I pointed, I fucking, we made contact in the face area and the shoulder. It's like a warning, you know what I mean? Like, bitch, I'm about to hurt you. How the process works, yeah. What made Wes Twatson relevant today? I mean, I just woke up and one of the first videos I saw was JD Delay talking about this shit. So I watched the video and I had a whole bunch of shit that I would have added. You know what I mean? So I've been to prison, so I have a very good perspective and base to talk about all of this stuff. It's very relevant to me. I know this is not one of them. Not one of what? What up, Mata? Just sit on a motherfucker rack and see what happens. See, it's not like that in the higher yards. I'm your Huckleberry. In Arizona prisons, there's weird political rules on the lower yards, but the higher you get, where the more politics actually are, where the dudes that are actually in charge of some shit are, it's not like that. Bro, I was eating, I don't even want to, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'd be sitting on other racist bunks and eating with them, and nobody's going to fucking say anything to me. That's like that on like 2 and 3 yards, bro. It's not like that on like 4 and 5 and maximum security and shit. It's not like that. Anyway. So Wes Twatson goes and hangs out with Jack Doherty, I think, and the Island Girls, the Island incestuous twins. Fucking weird, dude. And he seems to be on drugs. And he lets these dudes punk him, and then Jack Doherty allows his woman to be degraded, and it's just really a weird situation. And then on top of it, you have this 40-something-year-old convict influencer guy that goes and hangs out with some streamers. And this is something that JD didn't touch on, but he's going and hanging out with these streamers because his whole persona and career is kind of crashing on the internet. So this is like a pick-me-up. He's thinking that this will give him some attention, I think. You know? Excuse me. Look at this. This is a fucking... All right, boys, we're doing the part of the stream where we have to take our shirts off. Everybody, take your shirts off. Oh, look at that. We got a ticker up there. I reorganized the stream a little bit. This is Wes Twatson. But this video is coming from JD Delay. So if my mods would please post his channel link in this video that we're watching. Wes Twatson claims he is Aryan Brotherhood. It would be nice.
My last chick had like a $50,000 a month allowance.
But were you with the Aryan brothers or you just?
Hey, if I towed off, it'd be so bad. Like
$50,000 a month allowance? I'll be your girlfriend.
the other one, you know?
Wes Twatson is one of the internet's most infamous lol cows. And if you don't know what a lol cow is, it's a dumb that the internet milks for laughs. The thing is, he swears that he did 10 years hard time in California penitentiaries, maximum security yards, brother, and that he was part of the Aryan Brotherhood. But it turns out he didn't do 10 years. He didn't do his time in California. And now he's out here literally glazing and glucking an island boy while the island boy punks him out in front of the entire internet.
Hey, Will, you a fanboy?
What we doing? No in. Come on now.
What's up,
man?
Jit?
What's up, dog? Hey, what's your name, dog? I know you're island boys, but what's your name?
Huh?
What's your real name?
Alex.
Alex, nice to meet you. Wes.
Nice
Hell
to
yeah.
meet you.
I also know him as Island Boys. Jack,
Yeah.
what's up, Doug?
What's good,
Where
man?
we going later? Brick with the
Why are you
flag right
looking?
now?
Huh?
Come on, girls, come in. Come in, everyone, come in.
Now, if you'll remember, it was just last week that I was saying that I was willing to help Wes Twatson as a recovery coach with his substance use issues. At this point, I don't want to help him anymore. I don't think that he can be helped. I think he's gone way beyond that. And what he's dealing with now, he's 100% dug his own grave. He is absolutely going to prison. He is absolutely going to have a hit out on his head. And it's going to be multiple groups that are going to be coming to put some extra breathing holes all throughout his neck. So go ahead and grab yourself something to drink, put your prison paperwork in your prison pocket, and let's go.
I want to watch this and analyze it more closely, exactly what he says.
Took the internet by storm with these Wes. For those of you who don't know who he is, he kind of took the internet by storm with these sensational stories about his crazy prison time in the California prison system, all the fights that he got in, and how he was a big deal in the Aryan Brotherhood. And it turned out he actually did most of his time in Arizona prison.
In Arizona.
See, he got transferred from California
To a private prison in Arizona, not on the main line and general population with people like me.
to Arizona, which they really only do if you have some sort of really sketchy type of issue going on with you. But there's a lot that's sketchy.
That's not necessarily true. So a transfer from California to Arizona private prison most likely sounds like a population issue. That's not a lateral transfer within the state is something that you would be suspicious of. If you come from California to Arizona to go to a private prison, or Arizona to like Colorado for a private prison, that's because of a spacing issue. They opened a new prison and they need to warehouse you, and there's jurisdiction, like that private prison in Arizona has jurisdiction to take California inmates. That's usually what that means. It could mean that he was in some trouble, but I know how the prison industrial complex works, and it's about space and money. And when they open a new private prison, they want to put people in there. That's how they get funding from the government.
About Wes, he's been proven over and over again to be telling other people.
Or if they move people out, they have a significant number of people that get released, or they get reclassified to lower yards or higher yards. Then they have a huge vacancy. That's a problem for the prison, because then they have trouble asking for the funding that they need. And every year they need to spend a certain, it's a money game.
Stories like they're his own. It's like he stole their prison identity all the way down to being a part of an organization that will absolutely kill him for claiming he's a part of that organization.
Yeah, for sure. And this is common in prison, folks. For those of you that don't know, dudes do this all the time. There's guys that will go from yard to yard and they'll see stuff, or they'll hear other stories from other dudes. And then when they move, they absorb or adapt those stories as their own and start. You can tell who's fucking doing that kind of shit. And if you've been to prison, you know what I'm talking about. Used to like him. Yeah, you said you knew him. Yeah, he's been on some weird shit. That's the only reason we're watching this is because it's not about none of that other stuff. It's about Wes Twatson, and he's right about almost everything that he's saying.
And he hasn't come all the way out and actually said what organization it was until just now.
How many fights in prison? I mean, in county prison, you can't really fight. But I mean, if, probably 7.
But were you with the Aryan brothers, or you just...
Why? Peckerwood.
You only been in 7 fights, bro? And you're a badass? Oh my God, dude. I've had my ass whooped 7 times. Let's talk about how many times not how many times we've been in a fight, how many times we've had our ass whooped. Because mine's been I've had my ass whooped about 7 times. Peckerwood, bro.
Probably 7.
But were you with the Aryan brothers, or you just...
Why? Peckerwood. When you join prison and you're on GP,
And they went up to you.
you're an Aaron brother again. You're part of Aaron brother.
You're in. Hold on a minute here.
You join prison and you're on GP,
And they went up to you.
you're an Aaron brother again. You're part of Aaron brother.
You're a part of Aryan Brother. So I don't think he's making a claim here that you're not in no gang. That's not true. But you do fall under the structure of whoever's in charge, and it happens to be in Arizona. The Aryan Brotherhood runs the whites in prison. That's not a secret. That's not some weird shit. So far, he's not claiming anything. He's just, you're not part of no gang. That's just a misconception or misunderstanding that he's having. And then, let me hear that again.
But prison, you're on GP,
And they went up to you.
You're an Aaron brother again. You're part of Aaron brother.
You're not a part of it either, but you do fall under the structure of them, and you have to listen to what the fuck's being told, what you're being told, yeah.
Great.
You're not a part.
Thank fucking ring.
Look at this dude smiling at him. He's like,
No one denies it. I mean, the thing is, that whites are here.
All right.
Southern and South
I'm
are here. Whites are
I'm
here.
Hispanic, so where would I go?
Just outside. You be on my side.
But to be
We
honest,
chill. Me, we chill.
we were
We be
chilling.
family.
You weren't scared to get stabbed?
Stab me, bro.
Now, what's even wilder than that is that in the same evening that he was throwing around a big boy name that he
I wouldn't be scared to get stabbed. Who fucking says some shit like that with a straight face? Everybody doesn't want to, everybody's scared to get stabbed. What?
never should have had.
That fear that everybody has of being stabbed in prison is what makes everybody so aggressive.
Guzzling around in his throat. He let an island boy punk him out repeatedly and didn't do a thing about it. An island boy? Are you kidding me?
What the fuck is happening here? I can't even watch this shit or listen to nothing. It's just, oh.
Watch this clip, you're going to see that from the very start, these two twinks, the Island Boy and Jack Doherty, already had it in motion. They had a plan to get underneath Wes's skin and make him crash out. Because as soon as the Island Boy shows up, one of the first things that he says to Wes is one of Wes's biggest insecurities in life. That he's been 5'8" his entire life and lying and telling people that he's 6 foot.
He's a little
he
guy.
had custom shoes made so that he could make himself appear taller. Anytime anybody brings up his height, he goes into a full-blown panicked hissy fit where he attempts to get threatening and violent and all of this shit with people. And it's the first thing out of the Island Boy's mouth. And he says it repeatedly to Wes. And Wes doesn't do a thing about it.
You must shorter in real life.
I'm 6 foot. How tall are you?
No, no, you're not 6 foot.
Yeah, we're not gonna challenge me. It's not gonna
I'm
be,
not
it's
gonna challenge
it's not gonna
you.
be good.
We're not going to challenge me. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. I'm 6 foot. Bro, imagine being 5'8" and claiming that you're 6 foot, dude. That's a significant difference right there. It's obvious. Whoa, that's so sad. He's like, why are you doing that? Stop. There's cameras and stuff. Stop it. Watch his behavior. He's not doing it as obvious as I am, obviously, but he's doing that. Stop it. Stop.
No, I'm not.
About it.
You must shorter in real life.
I'm 6 foot. How tall are you?
No, no, you're not 6 foot.
Yeah, we're not gonna challenge me. It's not gonna
I'm
be,
not
it's
gonna
it's
challenge
not gonna be
you.
good.
No, I'm not a hater.
I'm that dude.
No,
I'm
I
that dude.
definitely am close to 6 foot.
I'm not a
I'm
hater.
close to
but
6 foot. I definitely am close to 6 foot. Oh, I didn't even catch that before.
Definitely am that dude. Yeah, we're not gonna challenge me. It's not gonna
I'm
be,
not
it's
gonna
it's
challenge
not gonna be
you.
good.
No, I'm not a hater.
I'm that dude. Definitely am close to 6 foot.
I'm not.
I definitely am close to 6 foot. That's
I'm not a hater,
hilarious.
but I'm.
Definitely am that dude.
You're actually 6 foot.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
100%. We're not gonna do that.
I thought you were taller. I mean, you're big. You're big. You're big.
You're big, buddy. Hey, you're big, buddy. It's okay. You're big. You're a big guy. Yeah. You're a big guy. This is old little Wes Twatson right there. Bro, you're not 6 foot, homie. I'm 6'2". Okay? You're a little guy.
Huh? How much you weigh?
No, a lot. I lost a lot of weight.
How much you weigh, though?
Now, just for a point of reference as to how pathetic it is to get punked out by an island boy, I'm going to give you a little background into who the island boys are. They're these two absolute retards who came out with that song, I'm an island boy, but they're even more well known for the fact that they made out on video with each other, being actual twin each other. He's shorter than he says he is, and calling him out in front of the entire internet for that, and making fun of him and calling him out on the lies on his story and questioning him incessantly about it. He also called Wes out on using substances, not just low-key type stuff, but he called him out on doing meth, basically.
Okay, so he hasn't made any other claims. And I've watched about half of this, so I'm going to stop watching it. If my moderators would be so kind to post the link to this video, so anybody that wants to continue watching JD's video can go do so on your own time. But I don't think he made any claims to be AB there. I think he just has a misunderstanding of how things work. Would have been cooler if he's like, yeah, bro, I'm one of thems. I got the whole tattoo and everything. That would have been way better, but this was not that. This was not that. He didn't actually claim that he was. I mean, I'm honestly, if we were on the yard and he said some shit like that, nobody would give it a second thought. It's not that big a deal. I'm telling you right now. I fucking don't like this dude. I think he's a poo butt, but I'm telling you right now, if we were all on the yard, it's summer, it's hot. We were out here for 2 hours already. People are getting high at the table. You got dudes working out, and he comes over after working out and somebody's asking him how things work, and he says some shit to somebody like that. Nobody's going to think twice when he says that. I mean, yeah, sure, out here, this sounds wild, but maybe somebody would correct him like, nah, brother, we're no, not like that. But as far as getting in trouble or like getting fucked off or something, for that, no. I don't think so. I could be wrong. Maybe shit's gotten more sensitive. I don't know. But in my experience, no. And I've done time in Arizona. I don't think that he's that dumb to say it directly. No, I don't either. I mean, what he said, everybody falls under that umbrella in there. If like you could be a civilian in prison, not get involved in anything, but that means never getting anything from stores. You can't get any drugs. You can't get any tobacco. You can't get tea. You can't do anything. You can go into prison and be a complete civilian and have nothing to do with any of that shit. But the moment you start buying drugs and you start getting into debt and you start getting into the stores or you start dealing with other races with shit like that, that's when the umbrella comes in, and you kind of got to do what you're fucking told. And you're not a part of it. You're not a fucking part of it, but it's under the umbrella of who does control some shit. So he's wrong in the way he's saying it, but he's right. At least in Arizona. Saying he fell into their command structure. No. STG, Victoria, no. Victory, no. There's elements that you have to fulfill to acquire STG points, and then you have to get a certain amount of points before you can go through a validation process. I know. So no, not just saying that. That the prison already understands all of that. That's known. Can't even get cigarettes in prison anymore? That's crazy. That's good though. It didn't matter though. I got released from maximum security and hadn't had cigarettes for years, and I just like smoking. Yeah, I got released from Central Unit in 2017. I did 4.5 years at Central Unit. Anybody here in Arizona that knows anything about Arizona prisons, that's maximum security. I think it's worse than SMU because you have a cellie in SMU. You're in a cell by yourself in Central Unit. And then if you really know Arizona prisons, I got released from CB6 on Central Unit out of Casson. So Casson is the old death house where they used to house death row inmates. And that's one of the most secure facilities that I've been in ever. I got released from there. I picked to have a little battle with a sergeant my last 2 weeks in. This motherfucker, bro. He knew I was getting out. When some of these cats with a chip on their shoulder know you're getting out, they feel like they could push your buttons a little bit because they know you're getting out and they feel like safe. You know what I mean? They're like, I can fuck with him because he's going home. He's not going to punch me in the face. All right, buddy. I made them extract me out of my cell. For those of you that don't know. For those of you that don't know, I was extracted. They're like, you got to roll. I had a couple of weeks left to the gate. They're like, you got to roll up. You're going to death row, basically. I was like, what the fuck? I said, nah, fuck you. Come in here and get me. And they came in and got me. That sucked. I wouldn't do that again. I wouldn't advise anybody else to do that either. It sounds fun and shit, but you got to commit. When you tell them, fuck you, come in here and get me, come roll me up, like you have to commit to that. Like there is no saying that and then like, okay, I'll cuff up. That's going to cause you some problems. I mean, it would have caused me some problems. I couldn't do that. I had to fucking fully commit to battering ram through the bean trap and getting fogged with bear mace and shit in my nuts. Like, oh my God. And then they got me in the face. I couldn't breathe. And then I'm like, all right, I give up. Because that was enough. You know, I'd had enough. There were dudes yelling at me like, all right, man, just fucking go, bro. It's not even worth it. When it gets to that point, when everybody's telling you, all right, you're good. So then I could go. I was like, all right, I'm good. And then they're like, nope, you got to strip out. And that means like grabbing my nuts and my, you know what I mean? And touching myself with pepper spray. I'm not doing that again. That sucked. Don't get extracted. When they tell you I'm going to come in there and get you, they fucking mean it. And there's more of them, and they got better stuff. I was feeling real full of myself until that bear maze came in. I had my mattress up against the window as like a barrier, and then they had this pole with a fucking screw on the end of it, and they're like jamming it in, trying to stab me in the leg with the screw. It's crazy. Yeah, fuck that. I had fun. Not really, but I did. I can tell by the way that, Wes Twatson talks about prison and shit that he did not have a good time. Because he's one of the dudes that absorbs stories and says a bunch of bullshit that's obviously not true. I've sat there and listened to some of his older shit where he's talking about how things are. Oh my God. It's embarrassing, dude. He sounds like he's reading from some movie plot. See, that's why I never played cards and I didn't gamble in prison, is because of what you just said right there. That's the basketball court, the handball, any kind of sport that you play in prison, any kind of card game, gambling, those are the confrontation points in prison. Debts too, but immediate confrontation, personal drama type shit in Arizona prisons starts at a card table, starts on the basketball court, people playing. That's where it starts, because you have people that don't know how to play games and enjoy themselves. They get overexcited, they say too much, and if you say too fucking much, there is no, oh, my bad. It's we're fighting right now, and then that just fucking ruins everybody's day. So. Gladiator school. Oh yeah, that shit was fun. It really wasn't fun. I learned a lot and enjoyed my time, but it's not the kind of fun that I would want to do it again. You don't time him out. Put him on a 10-second timeout. Whoever did that. That was a very valid question. I know it sounded weird for those of you that haven't been to prison, but asking me if I still sit down to pee is a very, very valid question. And I mean, yeah, I do. I either pee outside or I sit on my toilet and pee. Yeah. If I have shorts on. I'm not taking my pants off all the way to sit on my fucking toilet with my bare ass. But if I have shorts on, yeah. One leg up, sit down. You guys, yeah. See, in prison, you try to control the germs. And when you have one toilet, especially when you have a celly, there's a system of sitting down to pee. Dudes don't stand up and pee in prison. You're not supposed to. Unless it's a urinal that you can't sit on. Yeah, I know that seemed like a troll question, but that's a valid question. Yeah, sitting is superior, because then when you got to take a shit, you know that you haven't pissed on the seat at all. You've only ever sat on it. That's why I like doing it. I mean, the mentality behind it is great. Keeps your ass and your your bathroom area is super clean. That's funny. Sitting down to pee. Oh, that's funny. I saw you get blocked. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, that's something people. Seems weird, right? Just pick the seat up. It's cleaner to sit on it. Get attacked anywhere, for real. Life's crazy. Is this annoying? Should we shut this off? For those of you that have been sitting in here, I'm pretty much done with this stream. I'm gonna finish my cigarette and then we out of here. Appreciate everybody coming in. Should we shut this off in the future? What do you think? Branding on a loop. Toilet hooch, yeah. Don't make it in the toilet though. That's jail shit. Make it in a box under your bed in prison. Oh yeah, I've been fucking wasted and on some homemade alcohol in prison. Fuck yeah. Been drunk as shit. Stumbling around. If I have something interesting to stream about again, I might go live. But I have some pressing matters to take care of. Have a good day.